So I'm Valtteri, this is Linnea, and this is Santeri. And this house would only imprison criminals who pose a continuing threat to society. I would like to begin with some definitions of the motion. By a continuing threat, how we would like to define that is that they are likely to break the law in the future, and imprisonment as jail time without parole. So to begin with, the threshold for being imprisoned is too low around the world. And for example, to give an example of the US, you can get a life sentence, which is 25 years without parole, for possession of drugs in your home. And what that leads to is prison overcrowding, which is a continuing problem in many countries. Actually, to bring up US again, 25% of the prisoners around the world are in US prisons, even though only 5% of the general population is in the US. A big part of why
Are you taking as a small crime and then a big crime, and what is going to be continuous threat? How you know which one? Who is going to be that way?
well, that comes down to the individual case, obviously, and the problem is that currently the little cases aren't taken, they're kind of being generalized so that they seem like, for example, if someone has drugs in their home, it's like they make it sound like they're like a big pin or whatever in the drug market. And like an actual big offense would be something like killing, etc., where it can be proven that it will be done again.
Point. How can you tell if someone kills another person that they are going to kill someone else also?
Well, we can't see in the future, so it's something that's very difficult to predict, so that it's really pointless to make an argument on either side because you don't know. So you have to take each individual case as it is and judge on that. That's all the points I have for now.
Thank you, proposition. Opposition, first speaker, please begin.
This House would not only imprison criminals who pose a continuing threat to society. Here is our second speaker, Tommy, and our third speaker, Emilia, and I'm Emma. Our main points are general safety, equal treatment, and rehabilitation. I'm going to talk about general safety. But first, I'd like to rebuttal the term continuous threat. How do we define a continuous threat? If you have committed just one crime, that doesn't mean that you wouldn't do it again, but it doesn't mean that you would do it again either. So there have to be some ground rules set as to defining the term continuing threat, but you weren't able to provide us with good ground rules for that.
Thank you, opposition. Proposition, second speaker, please enter the stage.
I'm going to take into here that you're saying that people feel like they can do anything if they don't get imprisoned for something. But we're not saying that we have to take away punishments for something they've done. We're just saying that for minor offenses, there shouldn't be any jail time. Jail time should be assigned to people who pose the continuing threat. which is for like murderers and like that. And you were saying that safety is an issue, but most of the crimes of the people who are in prison are there because of non-violent crimes. So I don't think a shoplifter is a big threat to general safety because they are not hurting anybody except the big companies. But they're not a threat to our safety. And also like we said, it's for minor offenses. No jail time should be assigned, but for and
Point.
yes.
So you're saying that a shoplifter cannot be, if someone does it a million times, it can get, at some point, it can get violent. You don't know if someone is gonna first just shoplift some candy bars and then next time he can come with a gun there. So you cannot be sure if next time is gonna be something or someone is gonna get hurt.
Yeah, well, that is an image that is quite out there, and a person that shoplifts doesn't necessarily mean that they're a violent person. So if we start to imagine things that, what if a person goes to a playground and the next time they come there with a gun? That is quite out there, and I don't think that's really a good point.
Let's say a shoplifter that has shoplifted 10 times, they're done a psychological examination.
When it comes to killings.
When it comes, psychological examinations when it comes to killings.
Point.
Yes, of course.
So you're saying that you should do for everyone, before they're gonna make a crime, mental checking, and then
No.
how are you gonna do for everyone? If you're a psychopath, you can lie in those tests. It doesn't always tell you. And what are you gonna say that everybody who is psychopath is gonna do a crime? They're gonna go jail straight if they do once a crime.
Okay, now first of all, we aren't saying that we should do the psychological testing for everyone. So we are saying that psychological testing when the person has first committed the crime. This is about imprisoning those people who are a continuous threat, not a situational threat. And about shoplifting, those people aren't then defined.
That everyone should be sent to jail. So you think that a 16-year-old caught on the street with 1 gram of weed and some vodka would be sent to jail for the rest of his life and would be ruining his life and so on, and you think that is fair for him?
We said there should be different levels of punishment. So we didn't say that everyone should go to jail, but we just said that we shouldn't put only the continuous threats to jail.
There should be punishment for everyone who makes a crime, and they're talking about only the people who is gonna do it again. We're talking about, we don't care if you're 50 years old or 18-year-old and you make a crime. You need to know that you did wrong, and there's gonna be penalty for you, or punishment.
I have also another question for the opposition. So you think that if someone has a drunk brawl with someone else and the other person dies, the one who killed the other person should be going to jail, because that's actually a murder, and I don't think he's going to ever do it again, but according to you, he should still go to jail, right?
Well, he has killed someone. Are you saying that if you're drunk driving and you kill a child, you shouldn't go to jail?
No, I was talking about like a drunk brawl. 2 drunk guys.
Yeah, but that's pretty much the same thing. You're saying a drunk person who kills someone isn't responsible for their actions.
You're still responsible for what you do, even if you're under the influence.
Yeah, and you're not supposed to drive when you're under the influence, so that's the first law what you're breaking. The second law is breaking that.
Yeah, he wasn't driving, he was fighting.
Oh, fighting. Okay, fighting. Sorry, I understand wrong. Okay, so you're saying that if you fight with your friend next to you now, and you just hit him and he falls and breaks his skull, that you're not gonna get charged with that, but you're saying that you're not supposed to go to jail. Of course, you killed someone, and in Finland, even if he would punch me now, I could sue him, and he would have to pay me a lot of money. So there's always consequences. It doesn't matter what you do. Like they said, we talked, there is gonna be different levels. It's not always, okay, you're gonna stay there 45 years and not gonna get ever out. There's difference between small crime and bigger crime and continuous and one-time crime.
So we were really impressed by what we saw today. All of you performed really well in the debates, and we loved how interactive everyone was early in the morning during the workshop, and we would really like to thank everyone who participated, as well as everyone who was organizing this for letting us be here. We had a good time. Thanks. Thank you. So we would like to thank our judges today. Let's give them a huge round of applause as well.